Alright, we're at Ohio State Park. I'm about to start the trail for the Laurel Highlands. Excuse me, I just wolfed down some lunch. I'm taking my pup, Lily, as she runs away. Come here. Oh, if I can get her. She's impatient. We'll get her in the video later. So, today I am doing about a little less than 6.5 miles to the first shelter. It's the Ohio shelter on the Laurel Highlands. Laurel Highlands is a 70-mile trail that goes through Pennsylvania. It's supposed to be gorgeous, an amazing trail. They have shelters along the trail for you to camp at that have fireplaces. We'll see those later. So I'm all packed up, Lily's packed up, and we're going to get going. The weather is supposed to be beautiful this weekend. It is going to be cold. It's supposed to be a high of like mid in the 30s, low 20, maybe even dropping into the teens up in the mountains. We'll see. But it is supposed to be nothing but blue skies, nothing but blue skies. Okay, I'm excited. Let's go. This is, I think, the unofficial start of the Laurel Highlands Trail from Ohio. You do have to register if you're staying overnight in any of the shelters. I registered online. There's their phone number. But it looks like you can register when you get here. Or no, I'm sorry, I didn't register online. I couldn't get it to work online, so I called them and registered. And I had to get a parking pass to stay at the Ohio parking area. But the lady I talked to said that Ohio is the only one that you need a parking permit to stay overnight at. It doesn't cost anything extra. It's just a piece of paper you put in your windshield so that they know that you're out and they won't ticket your vehicle. But here's the trail. I don't know where that goes. But it starts up the 6 miles that I'm doing to the shelter. When I talked to the park office, they said it's the hardest, it's the most incline. From what I've heard, it's like kind of like straight up for the first 2 miles. I think you drop down a little bit of a hill and then you climb up again and then drop down to the shelter. So it's going to be a hike today, but it's about noon, I think. It doesn't get dark till about 6, so if it takes me a mile an hour, I'll get there before dark. As long as I get there before dark, I'll be alright. Streams are just amazing. It's just, look at the mountains. Look at how gorgeous that is. I think at mile marker number 3 or somewhere around number 3, there's a really nice outlook. So we'll stop and take a little break and check that out. Lily's having so much fun. And of course everybody that passes has to pet her, and she just loves on them. My little hiking buddy. Another train. So, trail has been going pretty easy. And now I've started up another hill. This actually wasn't too bad. It was a slow, gradual. And the video doesn't really do it justice, but it's getting kind of steep. Looks like this might be the actual big hike up to the top here. So, I'm gonna be huffing and puffing. I'm always getting impatient. Here we go. Well, there's mile marker number 2. I just climbed up this massive hill, and it still keeps going. It's been probably half mile, between half and a quarter of a mile hike up this hill to trailhead number 2, or the mile marker, sorry, mile marker number 2. I think I still got more to go, a lot more. There's my view. And I can actually see a little bit of snow on the top of those mountains, which is really cool. Down there's the river. It is just Lily's having fun, aren't you? Still have more climbing to do. But man, look at that view of the river. How gorgeous is that? Let's see if I can get this a little better. Past mile marker 4. I'm still climbing the second hill, although it is not as bad as that first large hill. The initial ascent of it sucked. It was steep, and then it kind of leveled out for just a little bit, enough to catch your breath, let your legs rest, and then it's been a slow, gradual climb, which I'm thankful for. It's a little easier. Still not at the top, but I'm almost there. I finally made it to the shelters. Those are the bathrooms, I do believe, and then there's shelters through the trees here. Oh, last 2 miles are brutal. I'm beat. I'm like really exhausted. I'm starving. Can't wait to make up some food, relax, be good. Good morning. So it's about 5 o'clock. I slept on and off to keep the fire going for most of the night. It got down to coals a few times and threw some logs on there. I slid yesterday and I kind of, I think, pulled a muscle in my hip, or pinched nerve, one of the two. It was giving me some problems yesterday, and I thought if I relaxed and rested it would go away, but it hurt all night. So I finally woke up about 4:30. So I just go ahead and get up, get some coffee going, snack on a little bit of food, and then I'm going to head out at first light. That way I give myself plenty enough time to get back and take breaks since I'm hurting. Take some ibuprofen, see how it goes. Yeah, check back with you a bit. Okay, so it's, I think it's about 8:30. I just reached mile marker number 5, headed back. So I started at like 6.5. The first bit of my morning hike is all uphill. So I'll put my camera on here in a second and show you the map. But I'm taking a break because the next bit is really steep, but only for about a quarter mile, maybe a little less, and then it kind of is just a slow little incline for about another half mile, and then it's downhill for a mile until I get to my second steep hill. Once I reach the top of the second steep hill, the next about 2.5 miles is all downhill. I will be so happy when I get to 2.5 miles. My hip is hurts here and there. I think maybe just like pinched a nerve in it. Kind of trying to stretch it out, taking it slow on the hills. It's definitely going to take me a little bit to get done today, but that's okay. I'd rather go slow than to really hurt myself. Lily's having fun. Okay, so here's the Ohio Paul shelter. This is mile number 6. I'm at mile 5. So I've got this real steep climb here. Then it gets okay, a little bit of a steep climb, and then downhill, steep climb, and then all downhill until I get to the end. So I'll be happy when I get to there. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take help. There's the river. It's just beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna rest for a few more minutes and then get going. Alright. We are at just over at about 3.5 miles to go. I'm at the base of the last ascent, so I'm right here. And I gotta climb this. This was really steep yesterday coming down. Looks like it's probably maybe a quarter of a mile. But it was steep. It was very steep. So once I get up to that, then it's all downhill. Yeah, this is 3.5 miles. So started over here, came all the way up, down. Now I'm right here. I'm gonna take a break. Lily's sleeping on a rock. Enjoy this beautiful view. The sun is finally out. It was a little hazy this morning, and some of the mountains actually had snow on them in the distance. So it's kind of crazy. There's a creek down there. There it is. Mile marker number 3. I got 3 miles left, and I have reached the top of the mountain. It's amazing how gorgeous it is. Here's the main overlook. There's another one a little bit further down trail that I saw yesterday. This is about 2.5 miles into the trail. If you start at the beginning. It's really pretty. There it is. Mile 0. Back on to the gravel road. Came down that. Man, it's seems like it was steeper coming down than it was going up. Wow. Definitely a number on the legs there. Alright. So now we just follow this lovely gravel road for about a quarter of a mile, maybe a little less, back to the truck. I'm beat.